From Storm Team 4, this is continuing coverage after Sandy.
Top of the 4 o'clock hour right now. New images of the devastating storm damage continue to pour into our newsroom right now. These are aerial shots of the unbelievable flood damage in the Atlantic City area.
And this right here is new video released by Con Edison, giving us a closer look at that massive transformer explosion in Stuyvesant Town.
And new shots of the Seaside Heights coastline captured by the New Jersey National Guard. Usually these are sites we see in the Gulf Coast or in Florida. Tonight this is our backyard, these are our homes, these are our neighborhoods, and right now our disaster. Welcome back to News 4 New York. At 4, I'm Tom Yamas.
And I'm Sheba Russell. We want to show you some more video at this point. We have a change of plans here as we're seeing the prompter roll. Let's bring you up to date. In just the last hour, we have learned that President Obama will travel to our area tomorrow afternoon to tour the devastation along New Jersey's coastline. The president will also meet with first responders to thank them for risking their lives to rescue those stranded along the Jersey shore. In New York City, limited bus service will resume in just about an hour from now. The MTA is still assessing the damage to New York City's subway system. It could be days before we see trains back up and running. New York City schools are closed tomorrow. Bryn Gingras is live in Seaside Heights, New Jersey now. Bryn, are you there?
I am here, guys. You know what? I'm going to have Eddie quickly whip this around because there are two gentlemen that are riding their bikes. Just a minute ago, they were riding right through that water, barely making it. Well, these are sort of the things that we're noticing. People trying to get around here in Seaside Heights, moving around, trying to find places where they can avoid the flooding, stay warm tonight, find some food. And that's really the most important thing tonight, is to stay warm and be in a place where you're comfortable. We've seen National Guard trucks coming through, and we're told by the police chief of Seaside Heights that they are going to continue making rounds throughout the night, making sure everyone is in a place that they need to be, whether it be shelter, whether it be a higher ground, wherever they need to be, they're going to help them do it. They also said they went around and also made sure no one was on the roofs in any sort of distress. So these are sort of the things that are actually happening. And actually, Eddie, I'm seeing a National Guard truck making its way down here, so I wonder if these boys are going to take advantage of that and maybe even get off the island. We did talk to the chief, though, as I said, and he said that if anyone gets off the island, they're not getting back on. It is just a precaution to just get off and stay off. You're not allowed back on, so that certainly means people who want to check out their homes. I know that they're very worried about them. I've been getting tweets about, you know, is my street okay? Is my house okay? The thing is we really can't tell until all this water recedes, which it's slowly doing. So that is the latest here at Seaside Heights, but I do want to bring in quickly a gentleman who's been helping us throughout this whole experience. You are amazing, giving us food, giving us shelter, giving us toilets, but the other thing is you've been giving us sort of a truck to go around, and you've been doing that yourself, and you represent the business district. And Billy, you said, you know, you guys took a major hit. You said this is going to change lives forever. Tell me what you were seeing when you were driving around your truck today.
Basically, we had a meeting with the police chief, the mayor. We did a full assessment of the town. We have major damage, infrastructure damage, water, sewer, electric, which the first line of duty is these guys are out getting people safe and figuring out where everybody is and getting everybody accounted for. As far as damage goes, we have a lot of damage. Yeah, and the boardwalk especially. I mean, there are businesses that usually sell funnel cake, pizza, and they're on their sides right now. I mean, from the business's perspective, what can you tell the people that are home watching, wondering, you know, where they live, where they work, how's it doing? What can you say to them? Basically, right now, it's everybody trying to survive. Food, water, shelter. They're doing the best to get the bridge back open and get help in and get us out of here. But the bottom line is, as far as the businesses go, we have to rebuild our whole community. It's absolutely true, and we're actually showing video of the stuff that we shot together, really. You helped us get around so we can get some of that video. Also, we had aerials from the Air Force. But what was the most shocking to you? You've been here a long-time resident. Was it the amusement park? Was it the houses? What is the most shocking when you look at your community? Casino Pier has been an icon forever. It's been weathered a lot of storms. To see parts of it missing and different things and sky rides and things of that magnitude that are totally just not there anymore. And the homes we saw that drifted out into the middle of the street, homes that were broken loose of the foundations and from the tidal waves pushing down the streets, all the lumber and different things that are going on. It's a little tough to look at.
And emotional.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Billy, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for taking care of us. And I do want to tell you again that they are making rounds around here, making sure everyone who wants to get off this island, they are able to get off. So take advantage if you can and go to a safer area where you might have a little bit more warmth tonight, a little bit more food. I do want to give you a little bit lighter note for us. Don't worry about us. We are sitting pretty right now. I saw Brian Thompson. He tweeted a picture of having spaghetti. We have the gentleman that actually caters to the people who were at the Jersey Shore cast. We're eating like ham right now. I mean, we're eating like kings. But the reason I'm telling you this is because there's no questions asked. People are just helping each other out in this Jersey Shore community. And I want to say that because I heard Ida talking about Manhattan and people were just being nasty to each other. But it is not the case here. There, like I said, no questions asked. We had some neighbors just a couple houses down who were flooded out. And they said, do you have water? And so we carried over water to them. And that's what's been happening around here. And that's such a good feeling, especially when you look around and you get so emotional about what you see. So it's nice to have that, you know, coming together and helping each other out. Guys, let's go back to you.
That is nice to hear, Bryn, and I'm sure that will make our Human Resources Director very happy to know that you guys are being fed and well cared for. But we know that you and Brian Thompson are not getting much rest, and we do appreciate you staying up with us to bring us the latest from Seaside Heights. Billy, you mentioned he represents the business community. For all of our viewers who haven't been watching you all day long, is Billy the guy who owns the hotel who has been helping you guys out?
Yes, he owns the hotel and he also is in charge of the business district. So people have been calling him throughout the evening last night into today asking again, how is their business, especially along the boardwalk. And he is just heartbroken because he's the one who has to deliver the news because nobody can get on the island. And a lot of the news is devastating. I mean, there are boardwalk stores where, you know, there's usually, what are the games, you know, the whatever you play at the carnivals where, you know, those I'm trying to think of the words, they're escaping me, but you know, there's just stuff that's just flooded, and it's so unfortunate, guys.
Yeah. The amusement park games along the boardwalk, we'll leave it at that. I know, you know, as we all get tired, it's difficult to find the words for just some simple things.
I think it's whack-a-mole, maybe. Whack-a-mole might have been the game. All right, Bryn, thank you so much for that report. We really do appreciate it as we pan over and get one last look at Seaside Heights right now on this Tuesday evening as we see a helicopter in the air, hopefully a helicopter either bringing supplies or bringing leaders, elected leaders over to get a view of what's going on in the Jersey Shore. We want to go over to Pat Battle now. She has been reporting from Little Ferry, New Jersey, a place that earlier today was 80% underwater. It's a borough just west of the Garden State Parkway, the New Jersey Turnpike, excuse me, and it's just north of MetLife Stadium. They had a problem there with the Hackensack River. Pat, what can you tell us right now of what's going on?
Well, what's going on, Tom, the final stages of this evacuation, there are still some people who are still in their homes on the streets that are flooded here in Little Ferry, and there are many of them. The fire chief told me earlier today that he thought perhaps 75% of this town at some point was underwater late last night into early today, and the streets back behind me in the southern part of the borough are still very much underwater. What you're looking at right there where that black SUV is turning around, not at all representative of what's just a few blocks further south where the water is still 4, 5, and 6 feet deep in some areas, even though it has receded. Where I'm standing right now was underwater last night, and people say the road was just absolutely bone dry. It was about 9:30. People had come outside, you know, to just see what was happening with the storm, and they started noticing water coming down the street.